Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Now today we are going to be talking about the Richmond race that happened with the trucks and the Cup series. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to record this yesterday. I came back from a very long and relaxing trip, and so I'm going to be catching up with a lot of videos, which I do have currently in plan. So let's first start with the truck series, and once again, John Hunter Nemechek beats out his boss of Kyle Busch at Richmond for the running of the Toyota Cat 250. Behind those two, Tyler Ankerman third, then Chandler Smith, Johnny Sauter, Todd Gilliland, Ben Rhodes, Grannon Finger, Sam Mayer did a fantastic job coming from 40th. He started in last place and finished ninth. That's a great performance by the young man of Sam Mayer, which I think definitely who I think should have a full-time seat in either the trucks or the Xfinity series. Then Austin Hill ran out the top 10. And Sheldon Creed, Carson Arceva, Stuart Friesen, Zane Smith, Derek Kraus, Spencer Davies, Haley Deegan, Matt Crafton, Austin myself, and Danny Bowen. So outside of the top 20 that I find very notable, 23rd was Rafael Lassard, 24th was Tanner Gray, 28th Chase Purdy, 29th coming back to I think just one race, Ryan Reed, 37th Brent Moffat, 38th Jennifer Jo Cobb, I'll get to her later, and 40th Ryan Truex. Now, it was a little bit eventful of a race. It was mainly just a battle between Nemechek and Anfinger. Then Anfinger kind of fell off, and then John Hunter Nemechek. Well, so first it was Anfinger who won stage 1, then stage 2 went to Nemechek, and then Nemechek just fucking rolled everyone. So the reason I wanted to mention Jennifer Jo Cobb was she had a lot of accidents today. 3 in total. She crashed 3 times. I think once was with Norm Benny. Actually, no, 2 of them I think were Norm Benny, and the other one I think was just her just spinning out. Let's just say her and Norm Benny weren't that great friends at Richmond, and I need to talk to her about her later when we get to the next race, which I'm not gonna say, but it definitely it involves her, and it's not that great. Let's just say that. We now move on to the Cup Series, and we have another first-time winner punching his way into the playoffs. It is Alex Bowman for a running of the Toyota Owners 400. Behind him, once again, is Denny Hamlin, then Joe Logano, Christopher Bell, Martin Truex Jr., Eric Almirola, his first top 10 of the season, William Byron, Kyle Busch, Matt DiBenedetto, and Austin Dillon ran out the top 10. And Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kyle Larson, Eric Jones, and Tyler Reddick. Nova finishes outside of the top 20. A line of Stewart-Haas Racing drivers, 22nd to 24th, Chase Briscoe, Cole Custer, and Kevin Harvick. 26th place was Bubba Wallace. 28th was Austin Cindric. And 30th was Ryan Newman. I didn't watch the highlights for this race, but as I can tell, mainly in the final laps, Denny Hamlin was very clean against Alex Bowman and Joe Logano, and that kind of cost him the race, I'll be honest. So if he did went pretty dirty, he would have actually won the race. But still, Denny Hamlin looking for that first win of the season. He is still in the lead. I'll just say that. And speak of that, we're gonna now go to the standings. So we're first gonna start with the Truck Series, and of course, lo and behold, John Hunter Nemechek in the lead, and then second to him, Ben Rhodes, then Sheldon Creed, Austin Hill, Matt Crafter, Stuart Friesen, Grannon Finger, Zane Smith, Todd Gilliland, and Johnny Sauter around at the top 10 in the playoffs. And Carson Arceva, Chandler Smith, Austin Wayne Self, Rafael Lassard, Brent Moffat, Tanner Gray, Derek Kraus, Haley Deegan, Ryan Truex, and Tyler Ankrum ran out the top 20. And there's always, I think, the same for the playoffs. Yes, it is. All the same there. A total of 20 points separates both Ben Rhodes and John Hunter Nemechek. So it looks like definitely Nemechek and Rhodes are championship favorites. We just have to wait and see for the rest of the rest of the playoff bracket to really show who else is a part of this. We now move on to the Cup Series standings, and once again, it is Denny Hamlin in the lead, 81 points in front of Martin Truex Jr. Then Joe Logano, William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon. Well, Christopher Bell ran into the top 10. Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kurt Busch, and Chris Buescher ran out the playoffs. But he actually doesn't complete the playoffs because Michael McDowell is actually behind him and he has a win. He's actually he's the first driver out of the playoffs. Looking inwards, well, Chris Buescher, Matt DiBenedetto, Ryan Newman, Bubba Wallace, and Ryan Preece, and also Tyler Reddick, Suarez, Chastain, Custer, Jones, Amarola, Briscoe, LaJoy, and Alfredo, which are the basically the top 30 drivers who are playing for the playoffs. So for the playoffs themselves, I can't really fit this whole thing, but Martin Truex Jr. is now in the lead with Denny Hamlin, Joe Logano, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Christopher Bell, Alex Bowman, Michael McDowell, and Chase Elliott round into the top 10. Then Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, and Kurt Busch round out the playoff field. Definitely Chris Buescher is likely to be in, unless if Busch, well, Kurt Busch, Dillon, Kyle Busch, and Stenhouse fall off a bit in the next race of Talladega. Matt DiBenedetto is also looking inwards. I just want to say, shout out to Matt DiBenedetto. He was down in 20, he was almost down in 30th, when the season began, and he's climbed his way up to 18th. So I just want to say props to DiBenedetto on that. Wallace, Newman, Preece, everyone else is still looking, just still looking to be in the playoffs. Obviously, we know that Truex, Logano, Blaney, Larson, Byron, Bell, Bowman, and McDowell are in. Well, Hamlin's also in mathematically because he's fucking 230 points above the cut line, so he's automatically in. I guess also probably Chase Elliott and maybe Brad Keselowski. I don't really know though, and maybe also Kevin Harvick, but I don't know. We'd have to wait and see really. So the next race will be at Talladega. And that's why I kind of want to draft Jennifer Jo Cobb back in. So obviously, Brickware Racing was announced that Jennifer Jo Cobb will be driving for them at the Geico 500. Let's just say it hasn't really gone too well because NASCAR has declared Jennifer Jo Cobb not to be in the race. So basically she just got the boot, not allowed to run any super speedways. The Xfinity Series is also going with the Cup Series as well. I'm going to try and get that up for you, but it may be a bit of a pain in the ass. Actually, no, I can just do that. There we go. So we'll just have a look at both of the entry lists because that's been announced, which I'm very, very glad about. So obviously, you see, we don't know who's going to be driving the 15 now. Other notable drivers are short changes. We know that Joey Gase, he will be actually running the number 28 as a Davey Allison tribute. Timmy Hill will be back in, including Justin Haley, BJ McLeod, and Harrison Burton will make his Cup Series debut in Gone Brothers Racing Equipment. For the Xfinity Series, it definitely looks like Andy Ladley, Jordan Anderson, and I think it's Ronnie Bassett Jr. now. They are going to be out straight away because obviously they didn't get any points. So that means that Jason White, the Jason White that took a long break from NASCAR, previously ran for the Truck Series. Other drivers as well. Joey Gase is now in the 17. Natalie Decker is back. Colin Garrett is there. I'm trying to look. Ty Dillon will be back in. So there's Timmy Hill, Ronnie Bassett Jr., and I think that's about it. Oh yeah, also I think Kaz Grala. Yeah, Kaz Grala will be also in for Kaulig Racing. So that is going to be it for me now. Probably maybe after this or before this, you'll see the video about Bristol Dirt. I did make a disclaimer. I did fuck up a bit. I accidentally deleted the video thinking I already posted it, which I didn't. So that's a bit of an accident for me. So this race, the race will be held at Talladega on around the April 25th, 26th region. Obviously, I'm from a different country. It's gonna be very hard for me just to know when the times are actually on. But basically, it is around the 25th, 26th area. It does say 4 a.m. That's kind of cap, not gonna lie. And yeah, so that's it for me now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.